everybody. Welcome back to Go Dope or Go Home. This is your host, Amber Lane. And I know last week our topic was Alexa Play Body by Meg Thee Stallion, right? And we only scratched the surface of everything that I really wanted to dig deeper into the topic about body shaming. So, of course, it's not just me this week. As you can see, I have two beautiful faces over here. I have my girl, Devin, with me, and my god sister, Symphony, my little baby here. And they're going to help me to dig a little deeper into body shaming. So, ladies, first, thank you guys for being a part of this episode today. I really appreciate you both. I love y'all so much. So, last week we talked about pretty much like what is body shaming. We also talked about compliments that people give to you, such as like, you're cute to be a thick girl, or I wish I had the stomach that you have, and you have no idea what people's backstory, what their conditions are. You have no idea what those are. We also talked about the construction that some people are doing to their body just to improve and to kind of move other people's opinions out of their mind just by fixing their body, but you end up leaving yourself with the open scar. Right. So first I want to talk about what is body shaming to both of you.
You want me to go first? Yeah. Well, body shaming to me is basically self-explanatory, you know. People shaming other people's bodies because of, you know, what they think is a good look or how they feel someone else should look. Everybody comes across it in some way, shape, or form. So, but it's definitely a serious issue in not only the community but this generation for sure.
To me, like she said, it's very self-explanatory. Basically, somebody talking about someone else's like appearance, how they look, and like she said, it's really, I feel like it's based off like society. Everybody have this idea of an ideal body image, so I feel like just shaming somebody because they don't look like what you feel like they should.
Right. And so last week I brought up the scripture that says we were fearfully and wonderfully made in God's image. And pretty much that if you're doubting how you look, you're pretty much doubting like the creator. You know what I'm saying? Everything in the word, it says everything that he made was good. But sometimes it's easier said than done to be like, oh, well, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Like, no, babe, I have this issue. I want to fix this about myself. You know, and we already have, especially as women, already have so many self-esteem issues, like you guys said, because of society, because of what we see on social media, because of what people tell us. You know, everybody that's older isn't always nice. You know what I'm saying? So dealing with those things growing up, as well as, you know, in the previous episode, we talked about colorism. So colorism and body shaming sometimes kind of go hand in hand because they feel like a lot because of our culture, that all of our culture is supposed to be overweight, and that's not necessarily the case. But like I said, you really don't know what people's conditions are. You know, I've heard people say, you know, you look pregnant to someone and not knowing that person had a fibroid condition. So we're just kind of speaking before you actually know what somebody actually is going through. Right. So what are some of the compliments, because they're not really compliments for real. What are some of the compliments that you guys have heard? People thinking that they're really complimenting who you are, or like you're really cute, but you cute to be whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I know that's kind of transparent a little bit, but can y'all open up a little bit to the people?
Yeah, for sure. So many times I can count, the number one I get is you're pretty for a dark skin. Like, I don't even know how it makes me feel, to be honest. Like, it's like, dang, almost like it's not really like a compliment to me. It's like a dang, like really a shot in the face. Because I just feel like society, once again, the ideals, like dark-skinned girls are ugly. So it's like anytime somebody see me for the first time, it's like, you're pretty for dark skin. I try to explain, like, dang, that's kind of bold. They're like, no, because it's like dark skin's ugly. And it's just like,
did you just tell me that?
Right,
like, you right. Did you just tell me
that? Dang. So I feel like that's like the number one compliment that I feel like,
Well, for me, everybody know I used to be sticks and bones back in the day, okay? When I was in high school, I was sticks and bones. But now, you know, ever since the pandemic or whatever, I gained, like, I want to say 80 pounds. I got a lot of weight. Like, 80 pounds is a lot of weight. I don't know. But anyways, but now it's like I've bloomed, I guess. I would say I bloomed. But everybody else is like, oh, dang, Dev, you better stop eating so much, or you better lay off the carbs, you know. And it's just like, yeah, I like how it looks on me, though. I try to keep myself in a way where I don't go overboard, but I look better than I feel like I did before. So
period. And that's the thing too. Like, you gaining 80 pounds is different from somebody else gaining 80 pounds. Like, everybody gains weight differently, and it's according to how you really feel about yourself. Like, what's your opinion of yourself? You feel like you look good with it. I feel like you look good with it too. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's not up to me to tell you,
right?
Hey, friend, you know, I think it's a little time to lay off the Lay's chips. Like, that's not my place to, because how do I know that you don't have a condition that you don't feel comfortable telling me about? You know what I'm saying? And then, so let's even talk about the pandemic. Like, a lot of us went in the house one way and came out the house totally different when all was said and done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, lock somebody else up in the house for a long time and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But that not only affects how you look on the outside, but that affects your mental health too.
Absolutely.
Because we're already dealing with the mental health when it came to, they were saying we couldn't go outside. So not only can I not go outside, but
certain restrictions. When
I come outside, you telling me, girl, I didn't know that was you. Like, put a mask down. Like, come on. Like, pull it down. I just want to make sure that's you. Like, so how do you guys feel about, you know, after the pandemic, what type of frame of mind people are in now? On both ends. Like, what were some of the things you were in your mind saying about, like, ooh, child, like?
I was definitely, like, I feel like before the pandemic, very judgmental, like, upon people. So I feel like once I came out of the pandemic and I went through my own fair share of stuff that I was judging people on, it was just really, like God really, like, humbled me. Like, humbled me. Like, he humbled me for sure. So I feel like that's, like, that. And people's mindsets also changed, you know. Like she was saying, she feel like she looked good. People, like, learn to love themselves in the midst of something bad.
For me, I think once you know, in the pandemic, with us all being in the house, I was still working, but I was working from home. I got lazy, you know, especially in the beginning, but then I started, like, coming to, like, a self-realization, I guess. Like, all right, girl, you got to snap into it, because in a minute we is finna be outside, you know? So you got to have something shaking, and I was kind of, like, in a self-reflection as well. Like, okay, so what do I need to do to get my mental right? What do I need to do to get my spiritual right? You know, I was just trying to figure out my own being, and I'm not gonna even lie, like, mentally I've shifted. Like, my focus has shifted, my goals have shifted. A lot of stuff that I used to care about back then, I really don't trip over no more, because life goes on, and clearly we never knew we was gonna get a pandemic,
right?
You know, we never knew we was gonna be stuck in a house for almost 2 years, you know. So it was like, you gotta set yourself up for what's to come, you know, so it won't be such a hassle.
Right. But then, you know, and even after, you know, what are the motives of people now? So, like, okay, we went in the house, we gained weight, we did whatever, right? We came out a whole different person, and now people are starting to what's the word I want to use? They're starting to accept the opinions that people have put on them. So now, instead of you getting yourself right for you, are you doing it for other people? You know, like, even going to construct, like, the body constructions. Like, why did you go get that BBL? Like, was it because you really wanted your butt lifted, or was it because now when we scrolling on Instagram, we see all these people that's in Miami going all overseas to get these bodies, and it's like, sis, you was fine just how you did a couple squats. Like, you know, what is your motive for going to get that tummy tuck? Is it because you honestly couldn't gain the weight? I mean, lose the weight, or was it just because, like, people are like, babe, you know, it's about time. Like,
I feel like people have a hard time really accepting themselves. Like, you hear so much from outside that, like, internally and mentally, it's like, dang, do I need to get that tummy tuck? Do I need to get that BBL? Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I feel like people feel like they need society, like, validation. Absolutely. And that's not the case. I feel like once you come in, because everybody got to go through their own thing. Like, everybody not going to be able, that's why I'm judging. I can't judge nobody no more, because everybody has to take their own path. Yeah. So I feel like once you come to terms with, like, yourself and, like, really do the work, no matter how long it take, everything going to be cool. I don't care about society. Go ahead. It is what it is, because at the end of the day, all that matters is how you feel about yourself and how society feel about you.
I really think people, they try to, I don't know, how do you word it? Like, they try to attack the people who get these surgeries or whatever you want to call it. I really feel like, you know, me personally, I really feel like if I really had the mentality of going through the process of a surgery, I probably would get a surgery. You know, I don't think it's anything wrong with going to fix yourself, but how, like you said, are you fixing it for your likeness or for someone else's? Because I really don't care what somebody else might say. Oh, Dev, you got hips. I want a little more. What do you mean? You know? But no, I just think people sometimes, like you said, I blame social media. I think social media is it plays a big part in it because a lot of people see stuff and they like, oh, I want to be like that. I find myself sometimes like, oh, I like the way she wore that, you know, that shoe. I think I want to, you know. But it's like it's not that I'm copying, but it's like, you know, you see something, you think you want it. But everybody reasons ain't everybody reasons.
Right.
So, I don't know.
And that's the thing that I think plays the hugest part in body shaming is your motive. Like, what is your motive behind? Because everything, and maybe I need to take that back, because everything we say, even if it's done in love, it still has an effect. So even if you're kind of like, you know, you ain't, babe, you can't gain no weight. Even if you're saying it in love, it still has an effect on what, you know what I'm saying?
You thinking about my weight.
Right. And why, and honestly, why does what I look like have too much to do with you?
Yeah.
Honestly, like, is my body, is my weight affecting you? Like, did I add 2 more pounds to your life just looking at me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does that, did I just stress you out in 2 minutes where you was like, oh, I got to eat because she not, or like, I've heard that, like, people be like, oh, I got to eat whatever you're not eating. Like, I got to gain the weight for you. Like, no, you don't, babe, you don't. Don't put that on me.
Okay.
That don't have that to do with me. Or like, I wish I had your stomach. Like, I don't even want the stomach I have.
Okay.
If we want to be quite frank, I've been trying to gain weight all my life. I've been inside since 2011, 2010. Like, who wants to, you know, you just never know what people's like eating habits are, or like what type of stress and depression they're already dealing with. Like, I know like when we got COVID, I was like 135 when we first got it. And I was like, good. Like, I was like, dang, I'm starting to get a little situation going on. And then, so I was literally weighing myself every day. Like, let me just check and see, like, and I was losing so much weight because I didn't have appetite. And then after people like, dang, where all your weight going? It's like, you do know I just had COVID, right? Like, I couldn't eat. Like, that was just one thing that one of my symptoms were. You know what I'm saying? So I think when we talk about compliments or just what you speak to somebody, you never know what effect it may have.
You gotta be real mindful.
Yeah. You gotta be mindful what you're saying to people, because a thought is nothing but a seed. And once you go home and you start to sit on that seed, it starts to grow. And now you're thinking of yourself totally different than what you were before you walked out the house and you thought you was bad in this dress. And that's something else too, I guess, being in the fashion industry now. I just be like, let them wear what they want to wear. Like, sis know her butt out. Like, sis know her butt out. Just let her butt be out. Like, because I know if I was going to give me a BBL, my butt would be out too. Like, I'm just saying, like, let her.
Yeah.
So how do y'all feel about that? Like, even in like fashion or like, I feel like it's a okay, I'll say this. I feel like it's a tasteful way to do all things.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, she comfortable with her. Like Lizzo, okay, perfect example. Lizzo.
Yeah.
People were so mad at her when she first came out.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're like, I just can't believe she just naked on stage. Like,
right.
But she's comfortable in her body. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now that her shapewears come out, and people are like, oh, now you want to come out with a shapewear. No, like, how do you not? When you start a business, nothing just pops up out the ground the next day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff takes time. So, like, let her be comfortable.
Yeah. I feel like when it comes to that, like, that really irks my nerves. Like, everybody feel like they have something to say about what you wear, how you wear it. Like, I just feel like it's not you. Like, this, you can wear something a total way. That's totally fine. But when you wear something, it's not, oh, I'm just going to wear this just because. Some stuff, like, is you expressing yourself. You, like, showing everybody, like, this is what I like to wear. Like, this is who I am. And then you got that one person judging you, saying everything that you're wearing. Like, I just feel like it's none of their business. Like,
I work in a boutique. You got to have a boutique. Y'all come shop with me.
Shameless.
Okay. So I work in a boutique, but I see, you know, I was telling them beforehand, like, I see a lot of different women, like, different sizes, different heights, different colors, you know, I get it all. Different ages, you know, I get the grandmas and I get the nieces and nephews, you know, so it's a lot of, like, okay, let's say we have a mixed crowd in a boutique this day. So we got grandma over here, and then we got cousin over here, and then we got the mama. They all have different tastes. They're all in different age groups, but this is all the same store. You know what I mean? So you got people that'll come in. You'll have the lady trying on her clothes, and she got her little BBL going, and she looking cute. You know, she's sticking out. And then the grandma, you got her, she'll be like, oh, I don't too much like that, baby. You know. But then you got another grandma who like, girl, you rocking that dress. You know, I really think it's taught. Is that bad to say?
No, it's learned behavior. Absolutely.
Yes, because I feel like if she young, she got it going on, she feeling herself, let her be happy. Let her shine. You know what I mean? I have no issue with a girl walking past me with a booty bigger than mine. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Because at one point, I probably would have said, you know, I want that, you know, you want to give me a, you know, so. Yeah, so it's definitely something that happens a lot. And you got people that agree. You got people that don't agree. But at the end of the day, as long as you're doing what you want to do and you living your life and you're happy, freely happy, go ahead on. Yeah. I ain't mad at you, babe.
And it's so funny you said that because I think yesterday I was watching somebody's story and they were like, I hope when I get older, I can accept the new that's coming in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be so old and stuck in my ways. I'm like, oh, y'all still doing?
Yeah.
Like, that ain't nothing about, get it, child. Because when you get older like me, you going to wish. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain stuff. Like,
that's very true.
Yeah. I don't really know. It's just, it's really society for real.
For sure.
And, you know, you're cute to be X, Y, Z. Like, no. Can you just say you
like
cute?
That just can't be cute.
Yeah, like, why can't it just be? Because your inner man is what really makes a difference on, because that's going to reflect what the outside look like anyway. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you really don't care about yourself on the inside, your outer appearance is going to reflect that.
Confidence.
So and that's such like what's the word? It's a disappearing word for real. Like confidence is not like.
I feel like confidence is built on a mentality. Definitely. Like it's more of a mental thing. Like
definitely,
it's not really something that you wake up the next morning, boom. Like this is something you gotta
work at.
You gotta go for. Like it's not really an overnight process. Like I was saying earlier. Everything is a process. So you want to be confident. You feel, I don't look like this. Like you know you're doing it for yourself. You have to build that confidence. And that's a real internal, real mental for sure.
Because honestly, the stuff I be wearing now, I would have never worn that. I would have never. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Some of the stuff I wear now, and I'm not saying I just be out here like this, but some of the stuff, I be like, dang, girl, you really kind of like figuring this out. Like, you kind of figure, like, compared to like high school, and like my dancers would be like, Amber, don't put that on. Put this on. Like, because I would wear like church, like I just
conservative,
just church every day. Like outside we going to eat, but church, like. And now I like separating like church and outside, or like church and business, but still being able to be like myself and still being calm. I would have never worn this stuff.
That's my biggest thing now, like separating that. Like I know I'm young, certain stuff I can't wear. Like that's understandable, but like I'm gonna be honest, I don't like wearing skirts and dresses. So when I don't go to church and I'm just chilling, or I'm going out, I put on some pants and be chilling, jeans, and I'm chilling, some shorts, like I'm chilling. But I know on Sunday I gotta come in that dress. But at the end of the day, I'm disciplined enough to know certain stuff I can't wear and certain stuff I can wear. But like what you were saying earlier, how you said some stuff in high school you wouldn't wear, but now you wearing it is really like a growth thing. Like as you grow, like I was saying, you expressing yourself differently.
And maturity plays a role too, because everything you wear, you have to be mature enough to wear that outfit. Like some outfits you can't be a kid going outside in, because we definitely gonna be like, yeah, baby, who dressed through today? Like,
girl, we outside, you playing,
you playing way too much. Like, but that's a good way to think about it, like growth. Like, you know, we all go through our different experiences, even like loving yourself, like. And body shaming and colorism, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to honestly love yourself to put on what you, because to me, like you said, fashion is nothing but self-expression. Like, it's really how you feel about yourself. It's really how you feel about your day. Like, my dad always taught me, like, hey, you know, don't just put nothing on. Like, put it on because that's how you feel today. If you don't feel like being black and white, it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're feeling real bubbly, pick up a brighter color. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just picking I don't know. This is
How
really,
you feel?
yeah.
How you expressing yourself for the day?
This is just terrible. Like,
Man.
body shaming is so terrible, but it's like
Man.
one of those things that you know is not going away ever.
It's so common.
You just gotta
It
be the person to plant the good seeds in people. Like, hey, girl, you look good. Like,
Yeah, I love telling girls they pretty. Like, that's something I do every day. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny. I don't just say it to anybody. Some people, you know. But like,
praying for you.
Pray for me. Pray for me for sure.
God is working on me.
Like, I love telling girls that they're pretty. Like, especially people who, like, you can almost see it on them. Like, they just look so, like,
Heavy,
like, and just, they don't probably feel like themselves. Like, I love just giving them compliments. Like, girl, you pretty. Or, girl, that shirt cute. Or your pant. Like, I just love doing that because you never know. Like, you really never know.
What people going through.
Yeah. Like, I love giving compliments. It's something I do, like,
It be
every
the
day.
prettiest girls that be the most, you know.
Yeah. Self-conscious.
Crazy. Yeah. The prettiest girls. You be like, girl, I wish I did have. And she over here like, oh, I got. Can't show this scar. Girl, if you don't take that crop top.
Wear it right now. Put it right now. But, I mean, I think it's never. So we always have to address the problem. But it's always better to address the problem and have a solution than to address the problem and just to keep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now that we've seen the problem, it's always good now, you know. Not just us, people. You watching too, people. Make sure you guys spread a little love because the world is getting crazier and crazier, and it's only going to get uglier. So, like, what can you do to be that positive light in somebody else? Right. So, I love y'all. That was good. So, I want to introduce a new segment today. I haven't been doing a segment at all. I hope you guys out there enjoy it. It's called Dope or Nope.
Dope or no?
Dope or no?
Dope or no. So, it's kind of like a this or that situation. But we are going to do like some trending things. Like, hey, do we think that's dope? Or can we kind of leave that back in 19? Okay. Yeah, so, I know we heard about this versus Chris Brown or Usher.
Chris Brown all the way. Chris Brown all the way.
Why you start getting hot over there?
Y'all gonna be mad if I say Usher?
No.
Usher.
Okay, so now I want to know why.
Cause he just
briefly, because you're gonna go there.
Okay, my bad. Cause he just got like his music in a way, like I don't know, cause he just that person. That's all I got. He just that one.
Usher is timeless, literally
Swear.
legendary. Like I grew up off Usher. That's all my dad used to listen to when we was younger, you know. So we was in there. You made me want to leave. We was in the kids.
Yeah.
Kids, you know what I mean? But yeah.
He is definitely timeless though, for real.
Timeless.
Like, the older he get, it's just like, oh, child, you still ain't age. Like,
And still can sing.
and you on them skates. Okay, next person.
Sir.
All right, come on.
Lauryn Hill or Jill Scott?
Jill. I gotta go with my girl Jill.
Do you know who these people are?
Yes, I know.
Okay, I'm
no,
sorry.
no, please don't. Please don't.
I have to check in sometimes.
Well,
Now, that one for me, I'm really torn on because they both got some real, like, hits for real.
mm-hmm. They both do.
Like, for real. Okay. Scams or nope? Scams.
Dope. Skims is dope.
I like Skims.
You like
Yeah.
scams?
Yeah.
I like their dresses. They real stretchy.
Yeah,
long.
fitted.
Yeah.
Seamless.
Like,
that.
that's what I like.
Yeah.
I like seamless.
Yeah.
So, a shameless plug. Vanessa, if you're watching the show, I actually have been like loving Fancy Homebody more than I've been loving Scams for the
What's
cost.
Fancy Homebody?
So it's like a Scams vibe. Like she does like luxury, like athleisure wear, but like I can pay for Vanessa.
Yeah.
And Scams don't have to go on Afterpay, and it's
Okay.
back on. So you have to support your own people.
Okay.
I'm not shading
What's the
Scams,
name
not
of it
please.
again? I'm
Fancy
sorry.
Homebody.
Fancy Home.
Oh, that's
So
the
it's just
one you
like-
always wearing.
Yeah. So I just
Oh.
feel like it's just a nice, like, I don't want to call it a dupe because I feel like I'm cheating Vanessa on her
Right.
brand. But
No,
like,
it's another.
I feel like it's another
brand.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you can't tap Scams or you missed the drop that weekend, you can always come to Vanessa.
And get the same type of.
Walmart or Target.
Walmart girl, hands down.
What?
I
swear I thought you were gonna say
I didn't
Target.
think you was gonna say that.
Listen, let me tell you why. I did not grow up going to Target.
Facts.
I did not go to Target.
Target is a luxury.
I've been to Target like
Definitely
5 times in my whole life.
Don't lie like that.
I'm not lying. When we used to go to Eastland, used to be the little Target, that's what I used to go. And I went once with like my uncle. But Walmart, you can always find me in a Walmart. I love Walmart.
It's Target for me.
It's Target.
I don't know. I didn't got a little bougie, just a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little Target for me too. Lashes or nope?
In between. Okay, so like I sell lashes. What you call it? Shameless
plug.
What the girl collection? Get at me. I sell lashes, so like I like them when I'm, rocking a face or eyebrows. But if I don't gotta go nowhere,
Oh, for sure.
baby, I'm not putting no lash. Now I could do some extensions. I like extensions.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not though. So
And that's me all
though.
day. Cause now I be feeling like I don't be supporting people, like because I always have my lash extensions. Like, but I need an extension because when I wake up and I just go, I like feeling like I look like I got on something.
It depends for real. But I love wearing lashes because I don't wear makeup, so I just have lashes, some lip gloss on. I be chilling, but like sometimes.
I can only really wear my lashes but I always wear makeup though. So I'm always wearing lashes.
Period. Dumb face.
Period.
Okay, let's do one more. Instagram trends. Little Miss or POV?
Could that be me? I'm POV.
I don't know. I can't pick. I really don't know.
Okay, what's the percentage?
Okay, Little Miss is like a 30, and then POV is like a 60.
So we're the 10.
Oh, my bad, a 70. My bad. I said 60 or 70. My bad. Yeah, but like a 70 for sure.
So what's the POV then?
What?
So it's POV for you then?
I guess, but I like them both.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends on the day. Like,
yeah.
when I'm in my business mindset, I'm like POV me all day long because people we need to know some of these. Like, but then like if I'm just chilling, it's definitely Little Miss. Like,
I can see that.
Yeah.
I definitely like be like Little Miss me please. Like where they at? Like Instagram, where is it at? So again, I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of my show today.
Thank you for having
I love y'all
us.
so much. I
We love
think today was a dope show.
It was.
We got a little body shaming. We got a little new segment in. It's finna be lit. I hope you guys are still sticking with me for the rest of the season because it's only gonna keep going up and up and up and up. Period. Go dope or go home. I love you guys so much. Can't wait to see you next week on our next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm late, y'all.
I love you, man.